We're live.
We're live. I did it. I did it. Hey guys, I'm back with Ronald McCray, and I was asking him. I said, Ronald, please give me some feedback on the show. What did you think? And girls, guys, he said some good stuff. So I had to bring it back. Always got to boost my ego when I can. So tell me a little bit about the interview. What did you say?
So I thought that the interview went really well. I said you both asked some really good questions, and it was one of the better interviews that I've had on this topic. As you can imagine, the subject matter in and of itself is not easy to talk about, but when you have people who may not know the questions to ask, it can make the conversation unnecessarily triggering. So I felt that this interview was a safe space, which is why I felt comfortable with you both.
Wow. My other podcast co-host, Dr. Valentina, she often says that you have to be very careful when you're interviewing to make sure you're not triggering, not triggering. So I think so I didn't trigger.
No, I wasn't triggered whatsoever. This conversation.
Excellent. When you first signed up, what made you agree to do the interview? Like what did I say in the beginning? Because this was before we even knew that Dwayne was going to do it. What do you think made this interesting? Because the thing is, oh wait, guys, I have to tell you this. When I spoke to Ronald, I was like, okay, just as normal. I'll just talk to him and we'll schedule an interview. And he was like, wait, let me check you out before I do anything. So, so with all of your, research and looking into, myself, and then also looking into Dwayne, what do you think it was in the stuff that you were able to find out? What do you think it was that made you feel comfortable with us?
I think your background, as well as Dwayne's background, and how you all relate to this subject, made me feel like, okay, this could be a really a good conversation. As you mentioned, I always do research when I'm invited to speak somewhere. I don't just accept it just because I'm being invited. And I pray, I'm like, God, is this a platform that you would have me to speak on? And I believed wholeheartedly that I was supposed to. So that's why.
Yeah, because it took a long time. And as you said, prayer is so powerful because I've had an opportunity to interview certain people and I'll pray. And for whatever reason, God will knock it out the box. We're supposed to interview, and then all of a sudden they don't hand me the paperwork, or, all of a sudden I can't reach them. And I've had interviews where the line has just dropped. And some things, are of urgent, or of an urgent matter, and God opens the doors. And I will just say this, that I take this podcasting thing very seriously. And I pray on my guests, as you said beforehand, because if it's just a conversation, if it's just about me, right, then I can talk to my best friend, I can call somebody up on the phone. But if it has an opportunity to change someone's life, to give them hope, to give them an opportunity, to give them a new pathway, I'm all for it. And that's what I try to promote on my podcast, is just more options, because I think that sometimes we get stuck in a tunnel, and somebody else's story, people can hear their story and they can say, oh, I can see me in that, or that. Yeah, I can relate to that. I can relate to that. And it starts to open up more pathways so that people don't feel stuck or trapped, and aren't just repeating the same unproductive stuff. So again, I thank you. You are such a blessing, and you're going to open the doors for so many people who just need to be heard, who need to be validated, who need to know that their story is not the only one like that. And there are men, as you said, there are men that are healing through this process. I will say this: when I called someone in the process, because I wanted to find out what was the process for individuals who have experienced trauma, like how do they move forward? And I'm talking about sexual assault in particular. I called one facility, and she told me it was a substance abuse facility. And she said 9 out of the 10 women at that substance abuse facility, it's a recovery facility, sexually abused. That goes to show you how much sexual assault can spill over to so many things, and just trying to mask it and hide it, and not having anyone to talk to.
Hmm. Wow. Yeah.
So, but that was it. Any closing remarks?
No, I think we covered well, I say to be continued because I believe there's a part two that we're going to have with Dwayne and you and I. So I'm just putting that out there. Let Holy Spirit do his thing.
Excellent, excellent. All right. So that means I didn't talk you to death and we got some more left in you.
You loved it, me.
Well, anyway, thank you again for everything, Ronald. You're truly a blessing. I thank you for the compliments. I thank you for the compliments you're also giving Dwayne in his absence, because I once again believe in giving people their flowers while they're alive, giving people their flowers while they're alive. So, yes. And you have an awesome evening. And I saw you yawning. It wasn't because I was boring, though.
No, it wasn't you. I just had a long day. I walked 25,000 steps today, so I'm tired.
Ooh, ooh. All right. Well, I hope it's not contagious. You have an amazing evening. Thank you
You
for
too.
everything.
Thank you. Bye-bye.